Yo, what's crack, boys? Welcome back to NBA this week. Another big, exciting week for the NBA. We're all here for it, but a lot of shit has happened. First little minor subject I want to go into is Kevin Durant made a right claim. He was talking the truth, to be honest, about the whole net situation. He said, you know, Royce O'Neal, Clarkson, like whatever. What you expect me to do with that squad? You only expect to win because I'm out there. KD speaks the truth, 100% right. He's one of those players. It's like LeBron. Oh, if LeBron's on the team, you're going to make the finals. KD's on the team, you got a chance to make the finals. That's pretty much what it is. But there's a funny meme saying LeBron at 34, and it's the photo of him carrying that infamous Cavs team to the 2018 finals, and it was KD at 34 with that comment. But I don't know. If I was KD, I'd be frustrated too. You know, this whole Nets, sequence that happened. Nobody could really predict that this would happen, to be honest. It's kind of a messy situation. It kind of all went downhill when Kyrie didn't want to get vaxxed. After they got injured, they're not playing like, right, let's just run it back. We have James Harden, Kyrie, and KD. We're going to win. And then obviously, it just didn't happen like that. Now we've got James Harden saying, we win. Now this is asking the question, will KD get traded? He's clearly not happy in Brooklyn. Kyrie, I don't even know what's happening to Kyrie anymore, man. I don't know if he'll play again. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy what's happening with Kyrie's career. That's a topic for another day. But will KD request a trade? Ben had a good game. His first good game in like 2 years maybe. Ben had a good game. Ben and KD ain't enough. But if I'm KD, I'm still trying to get a trade requested, to be honest. And just anywhere. Come on, bro. Main important about this video is Golden State. Their struggles still continue. They did lose to the Suns. Steph had a 50-point game. Steph's just been playing amazing this season. Like his, beating the MVP numbers. The record isn't there, but there's, Steph's doing everything he can. There's literally nothing more Steph can do. But there's a big topic we have to talk about, and that is Klay Thompson. Obviously, he's just came back from, 2 big injuries on both of his legs in back-to-back years. Like, obviously, that's going to regress you. I think Klay does need some more time, but that's not what going. They're in, Steve Kerr said it best. There's a year or two left. This even could be the last year of them. Or they got another year. Klay's timeline does not fit with what Golden State's doing right now. They won the 4th. If you told in the 2020 season, or when Klay, got that second injury, that you're getting one more. It's like, oh, okay, we'll take that. But when the fifth one's on the table, you want to take it. But yeah, Klay, definitely give him time. I don't know if they'll trade him. I think they'll just let the contract run out. You gotta respect, the contract. Especially you cannot trade Klay. Keep Klay on the team until his contract runs out. That's if I do think he will be back though. I don't know. It just always happens. A good player just struggles and he just comes back like, oh yeah, obviously this was going to happen. But yeah, Klay's had a bad stretch of unefficient games. He's not even shot 50% from the field at all this season, which is very worrying. It's definitely a lot of dumb shot taking. Very frustrating if I was a Warriors fan. You've got the younger players shaking their head like, what's he doing, man? But he's had a bad run of efficient games. 6 for 17. 6 for 16, 3 for 13. He had that 1 for 8 game. I could go on and on. I'll present the stats right here. It's not looking good for Klay, to be honest. There's definitely a way around this, and to be honest, it's definitely starting Jordan Poole. He has to until Klay shows he's playing a lot better. Why do you not start Jordan Poole? He's so much better with that first one. Doesn't have to work with Wiseman, who's been struggling a lot recently. Definitely a big part of Golden State struggles is James Wiseman. Probably getting even rebounds despite being the tallest player on his team. Yeah, Jordan Poole's starting stats are crazy, man. All-star numbers. And he was starting somewhat last season as well. That's when he had that big jump. Yeah, Steve Kerr's just got to start. He's being patient with play, which I respect. It is Klay Thompson's one of the best players of all time. Also not top Klay's one of the best players of all time. You have to give him this guy. You got to give him this time, but come on, man. Just start Jordan Poole for the time being. A lot of people are wanting Golden State to trade for KD. I don't know exactly what you do. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. Another championship, you get 5. What can you give though? You have to give up Klay, Jordan Poole, Kuminga. Wiseman. You could give it Wiseman, Kuminga, Klay, Pitt. I don't know, bro. I'm kind of just brainstorming, but I don't think that will happen. But a lot of people said KD wouldn't even join the Warriors in free agency. So, you know, anything can happen. Anything can happen, really. Anything can just happen. I don't think it will, though. But yeah, it's looking, every game's looking worse and worse for the Warriors. They do have, statistically, the best starting lineup in the NBA. It's just, like, their net rating for the starting lineup, it's the best in the league. Crazy, man, honestly. I don't know where you go if you're the Warriors. You just gotta pray it just works out. You know, you do have, you know, 3 Hall of Famers, but obviously, just because you have Hall of Famers on the team doesn't mean you'll be successful, especially if they're old. We've seen that last season with the Lakers. But let's say the trade deadline's approaching. The Warriors in the exact same boat, in the play-in spot / you know, out the play-in. But they do have good trade options on the table, and you know, everything like, you know, Klay struggling, Wiseman struggling, but what the young guys are still not, you know, advancing with their minutes. I would trade Klay, Wiseman, and whatever draft capital you have for a star that wants out, or just a star. It'd be tough to trade Klay, man. It'd be horrible to trade Klay away. I hate that. I hate that for him. But he's won 4 championships. But I do think he will come back. But this is just saying if that did happen. Trade for a star that wants out. You know, Bradley Beal, maybe if he's like, fuck this with Washington. He just signed that contract, like, I just want my money. Now let's go to a contender, boom. Bradley Beal's an improvement from Klay Thompson. Because Klay's defense has fallen off. Bradley Beal, you know, just a better player. It just depends who's you know, on the market wanting to be traded. Well, teams are like, fuck this, we're rebuilding now. Like the Kings could just be like, okay, like, we're kind of on the low run here. Let's just, you know, trade down. Like, do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. A team that started off extremely hot this season, the Cleveland Cavaliers, have somewhat taken a bit of a slump. Do you know what I mean? It's just, you know, you're getting over the peak. It's just a bit lowering down. I think they will be fine. Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are such a good backcourt. You look at their stats, see the chemistry they already have together. It's just looking good. To be honest, I wouldn't exactly be worried. Like, most teams, if it's like December, January time, like, they will be fine. They will be fine. It's just, you know, a bad run. Donovan Mitchell's MVP, you know, has somewhat plummeted. If, you know, it'd be cool to see him win MVP, to be honest. But if they keep struggling, then yeah, it might not happen. Ja Morant just being Showtime. He did get injured, which is very tough. I hate to see that, but he had this crazy play. Like, come on, man, that's just absolutely crazy. Like, how the fuck did he know? Like, that's just IQ right there. He's such a good player to watch. I fucking beg he comes back good. Like, oh, it's so annoying seeing players like that get injured. It's just a big MVP season for him. I forgot how long he's out for. To be honest, I'm not going to check, but yeah, it's tough. Someone who's in most improved conversation, Bol. I talked about him in another video. He's taking advantage of the opportunity he's getting. Finally, man. So when that guy got drafted in the second round, this guy's a first-round talent. And then obviously got drafted by Miami, traded to Denver, and now he's on the Magic, where he's finally getting some minutes, and he's taking advantage. Listen to his last 3 games. Bro had 22-11 with 2 blocks and 60% from the field, 15-10 and 2 and 55%, and then 26-12 and 3 with 57% from the field. Like, Bol, definitely most improved candidate right here. With Lauri Markkanen as well. We'll get into Lauri Markkanen in a second, but those two are definitely, you know, leading the race. I'm glad to see Bol actually playing in the NBA. Never mind just putting up great numbers. It's crazy. Quick little thing on Embiid. I just uploaded a video about him, so check that out. He's back. He's the most dominant player in the NBA. Absolutely, definitely a top 5 player. Went out of Giannis. There's such a good balance scene between them. Giannis as well was being a bit disrespectful to the people that work at the Sixers, but Jeremy, it's a little thing, like, oh well. It's been a week of game winners. We got the Jalen Suggs game winner against the Bulls. Trae Young just to some rookie, I forgot his name. No disrespect, bro. I'm sorry. I will remember your name one day. That with the Hawks Raptors game, what were the Raptors doing? There was an open man at the other side of the court. Trae just does that classic play, throws the ball over and just dunks. Like, Toronto just fell asleep and they just paid for it. But Lauri Markkanen, wow, this guy's going to be an all-star. This guy has to be an all-star. Most improved. He's definitely the most improved player. This guy's literally playing, I don't want to say MVP because there's a lot of good players in the Jazz. Like, every player in the Jazz is solid. Like, championship teams would happily take them. Such a good fadeaway against the Suns as well. Like, what? Crazy. His game is just elevated so much, man. 38-point game as well. Like, what is going on, man? Absolutely the biggest surprise of the season is Lauri Markkanen and the Jazz. I'm all here for it, though. I love seeing shit like this. He's a good guy as well. You watch the interviews, he's a good guy as well. He definitely deserves this. Had some big trials and tribulations, obviously on the Bulls. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've seen it, I've seen it. People were just doubting him. He wasn't playing well. just looked like a complete roster, not a roster fit, obviously he was solid, but just like, okay, this guy's just going to be an average player in the NBA. But now it's just like, okay, this guy's an all-star. It's crazy. Talking about the Bulls, obviously Jalen Suggs hit the game winner against them. The Bulls are 6-10, and you know, to be honest, they're not like, even if they are playing, they're not a championship, contender, but they're also not worse enough to be the bottom of the league to get Wembanyama. So they're just stuck in the middle. So, do you know what I mean? No one just wants to be in the middle, and like, you don't get, like, obviously there's value in being good, being a playoff team, to be watched every night, but there's got to be a point you just got to blow it up. Zach LaVine's, overstays welcome. I think DeMar's in his last year of his deal, or he's got a player option. Vucevic is just a terrible center. Like, Vucevic, like, if you want to win a championship team, Vucevic should not be your center. A center who's below average at defense, you have to have a center that can play defense. Like, Baron would just block a straw. Like, come on, man. Vucevic, complete liability. I don't care if he's good at offense. Like, he's a reliability. So, shit, man. Come to the trade deadline, do the Bulls just blow up? Zach LaVine, I was just talking about, the Warriors can trade someone. Shit, Warriors make a trade, take Clay to the Bulls. Guy who scored 14, threes against. Get Zach LaVine, maybe some, other role players. Get a pick and give, the Bulls whatever they want. DeMar, I don't know where DeMar could go, to be honest. DeMar's a solid player. Like, teams definitely need, DeMar. Even the Warriors could trade for it. They could trade for DeMar instead. Who knows? But unless you want to be stuck in the middle, they need to trade, like, Vucevic, Lonzo, like, because they do have a good team on paper, and that team can work. But Lonzo's always injured. Vucevic's just a liability. It'd be ideally, look for trade packages for those two. Maybe they are right now, we just don't know. But that's my thoughts on that. AD is back. 38 points. That guy's scoring 38 quite a lot now. The free ball's not there, but hey, he's scoring in the paint, getting good putbacks, playing very, very elite defense. That's all you can really ask as well until LeBron comes back. And, it's just a mess for the Lakers. It's a shame for the Lakers. They just fun with the whole dynasty, to be honest. But I guess they have AD and LeBron and Westbrook, so I guess it's somewhat fun. Oh, Tyrese Maxey, man. Obviously, when, we bet the Bucks, Embiid popped off, Shake Milton as well. Shake Milton as well, by the way. What a player. What a player. Anyway, yeah, we just lost to Timberwolves last night, actually. 3-level all-star players just bet Embiid and Shake Milton, but oh well. Like, we're underperformed. If we get a good Embiid performance, another, role player good performance, we'll take it. But Tyrese Maxey is out for 3 to 4 weeks. Harden should be back in like 2 weeks. Maybe quicker than that, but this is supposed to be Maxey. Obviously, there's still a lot of season to go. When he is back, still a lot of season to go, but foot injury, first big injury of his career. I hate it, man. I hate it. But he should come back better than ever. That was it for NBA this week. If you did enjoy it, make sure you like it and subscribe. I'll see you in a bit.